Hello, Jason Frett saying welcome to this edition of Cinema LA, brought to you by TV5 Mon and Trip Tank, a new comedy on Comedy Central. We're dedicating this episode of our show entirely to the 2014 Louisiana International Film Festival in Baton Rouge, May 8th through the 11th at Cinemark in Perkins Row. I was very fortunate a few years ago to work on a film called LA 308, shot on the coast here in Louisiana, and got to work with Jerry Leggio. He has been in over 50 movies in Louisiana and helped form the Louisiana Film Commission. Let's take a look at a little of Jerry's work.
In 1960, a film came to Louisiana, and I did a little research and found that was like the 29th major film that had been made in the state since the turn of the century. And I thought that was pretty generous of the industry to bring that many films into the state. And then I realized it wasn't so generous after all, considering what we're getting now.
Jerry Leggio has been called Baton Rouge's leading man for his 50-plus roles in community theater. But he also has been in many movies, beginning in 1964 with Betty Davis in Hush Hush, Sweet Charlotte. In addition to acting, Jerry did studies and helped form the Louisiana Film Commission. He is an unselfish person who dedicated himself not only to acting, but also to growing the film industry in Louisiana. Several years ago, he had a prominent role in the local film LA 308, where he played an educated Cajun.
The character was fun to do because he was such a good person. And usually it's more fun to do villains. In fact, on films, I'm usually cast as a heavy or an authority figure.
I learn a lot from actors that I work with, and I found myself, whenever I would, read next to Jerry, I just taking notes. We've all taken a step back and was just like blown away by some of the performance that he's done in this movie. And I killed a man. Several men.
In the line of duty?
It was my orders.
When I was in Korea, we attacked the village. All our firepower. After the smoke cleared, we found that a family had stayed behind with the soldiers. They were all dead. And I had a hand in it. I fell on my knees crying. I begged the Lord for forgiveness, just like I do every day. It doesn't go away. But forgiveness can prevent the past from dominating the future. That's why it's right in the middle of the Lord's Prayer.
We had a very small boat, and so we rehearsed these scenes on a trailer in a parking lot, because I wasn't going to be able to be out there with him. It was just going to be Andre and the two actors.
I learned to fly cast because he wanted my character to do some fly casting. Andre, who was our cinematographer, would be, I don't know, maybe 20 yards away, and he wanted me to cast that fly for it, flop right in front of the camera. Took a few tries, but I finally mastered it, and I think we got the exact right shot.
Jerry is very talented. I feel very fortunate to have worked with him. I'm very pleased to announce that the Advocate has partnered with LIFF to come up with the Ann Price Lifetime Achievement Award, and it will be awarded to Jerry during the festival. Ann Price, as you may remember, was a champion of the arts. She was a journalist for the Advocate for over 70 years, and she recently died at the age of 91. You can see this award being given at the playing of LA 308 during the film festival. That'll be May 10th at 11 a.m. and of course at Cinemark in Perkins Row. It is going to be a great time. The 2014 Louisiana International Film Festival, May 8th through the 11th. We will see you there, and we'll see you next time on Cinema LA here on Cox 4.